Hello to my friends and my fellow souls. I'm here today to do a reading about the eclipse. It's going to be a collective reading basically, and also to do a little tiny bit of a manifestation ritual with everybody here. I'm going to go ahead and light this candle, and we're all gonna sit here. Let's all make a wish for something that we'd like to see in the future. I have my sticky note, as some of you may know, full of all of the little things that I'd like to see in the world. And if that's something that you'd like to work on, just drawing on a little sticky note or a small piece of paper, all of the things that you'd like to manifest in your life, all the positive things you'd like to manifest in your life, and just putting that up on the wall somewhere while listening to the reading, that would be a great way to make your wish as well, if you want to just take your time on it, and maybe if you need some advice as well. But I'm going to go ahead and light this candle, and I'm going to focus on my NRs. Alright, so now we've got that here. I'm going to put this off to the side if I can do that without... Yep, perfect. Okay, so forgive me for the bit of a runny nose for today. I have been having a bit of an allergy thing with the... We have had rain on top of the eclipse, so we can't necessarily see much of anything for the eclipse, but I'm still looking to do, I was just called to do this today. I was actually going to take a break for today, but I think I'd rather do this and then put the pick a pizza reading out tomorrow, and then see what I feel like doing tomorrow in terms of maybe like taking care of the house and stuff like that kind of a thing. But let's see. So for my collective here, for everyone here in this eclipse reading, what is the eclipse bringing us? What is the eclipse bringing us? Emotional satisfaction. And also the ability to handle our emotions a bit better. This one wanted to come out, it hit me. New opportunities. Lots of new things coming in, like new sources of income, new sources of income, new job opportunities, new opportunities within your job. Also, maybe, unfortunately, it may also be bringing back some people into our lives that we maybe wouldn't want to be spending as much time with. It might be bringing some people back into our lives that we've already dealt with, that we've already stopped talking to. Like, this eclipse energy might bring out some more of the like the manipulative style people that we've already well moved past, and we're being cautioned to be careful with letting that influence the way that we feel about everything that's going on here. Just focusing on the manifestations is probably a better idea. Yeah, there's definitely some weird stuff that's Spirit, what can we get here? Because we're talking about good manifestations here ideally, but if we need to warn people, I would appreciate that too. Sorry for the loud shuffle. Yeah, there's definitely some watch out for certain people. There are going to be people around that you can trust, but those are people that are going to be very clear coming towards you. You might have people in your life. Yeah, some of us are going to have a lot of people in our lives. Like, with these new opportunities, it feels like there's going to be a lot of people that might want to try to take it from you. Like, all of a sudden there's going to be like people that are acting in their best interest and kind of being almost cruel or manipulative in a way, or certain things taking longer to come in because other people get involved and don't want to see you have that success. But I'm hearing that it will be righted either way. Like, if this is like a work situation or it's a relationship situation, it will end up working out in the end. Even if there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, even if other people are influencing this relationship in a way that is somewhat upsetting, things are going to change for the better, and you will get right back to this Nine of Pentacles. Instead of that Nine of Cups, you'll be able to have like the physical representation of a lot of these things that are bringing you a sense of emotional fulfillment at this time, is what I am getting from these cards. This is the Wanderer's Tarot, for anyone curious. And now I'm going to move on to the Illuminated Tarot, or you know what? Let's get some messages from the universe about this. Let's get some more clarity on this. I'll shuffle down here instead of on the desk so it's a bit quieter. Okay. Those don't want to go together very nicely, so I'll give that one more shuffle. One more good shuffle. The messages from the universe for the people in this collective reading. If you could help me out here, universe. Alright, so we've got, I recognize that I've chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love and I choose to learn through love. This is going to be a big thing. I wouldn't worry so much about the people that are going to be around you in this situation. With my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe in the back of the deck. In fact, I'll pull that out for us here. Because it's kind of a combination of some of the colors here and it shows it clearing out. Let me make sure the plant's not in the way. I think I'll let him hang out kind of like that. Is that worse or better? I might have made it worse. I'll just put it back to sort of where it was. Whatever it is that you're going to be going through, even if you do encounter challenging people, and your flame is really just kind of going wild there. Even if you do encounter challenging people as you gain these new opportunities, as you reach this new level of satisfaction, recognize that you have the opportunity to look at these people in a loving way if you have the ability to. If you can really push yourself to try to see them through like the lens of like, well, this person is emotionally a kindergartner basically. So can I really just say this kindergartner deserves to go to hell, or that I freaking hate this person, or whatever the case may be, when in reality, even if I'm talking about a grown-ass adult, they just haven't done the work and they're still at that grade level in terms of like their emotional or the way that they come across other people, like the way that they interact socially. If it's below you, or there's some kind of issue with it, then please try to consider it through the lens of love, because there is going to be a lot of weird stuff that always happens. People talk about the full moons being a thing. The eclipse thing is probably going to be a weird thing for people too. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide how you want to interact with these people, and if you even want to interact with these people, because you can just as easily not even be around them. You can just walk away. But there's definitely a message coming in. Sorry for hitting the stand there. There's definitely a message coming in about trying to focus less on the fear and focus more on the love. And even if this is more of a loving your enemies kind of a message at this point, which is not necessarily going to come across well for everybody, and for that I am sorry, but in that case I would consider just focusing on the things you love rather than on the people around you. Give me 1 second here. Rather than on the people around you that are bringing your vibe down, basically. Like, just if you're hanging out with certain people and they're always asking you certain questions, or they're always asking you for money once you get money, or they're always trying to ask you about this new person you're dating, if it brings your vibe down, don't hang out around them. Like, if there's someone who could like theoretically compete is the key phrase there. Like, some people are just excited about certain things, and that's totally fair. There's definitely a bit of overexcitement with the Page of Wands. So some people might just, again, be like, overexcited about certain things. But being able to determine who is kind of going at things from a perspective of like foul play. Like, who is it that's giving you nightmares? That's the person to maybe stay away from in order to even upgrade, because we have the 9 of Pentacles going into the 10 of Pentacles. Staying away from those people will give you a freaking upgrade. And that can be just loving yourself too. But regardless, I can't necessarily dictate for every single situation here, so use your own judgment here, please. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities coming in. We got that at the very beginning as well. That was one of the first cards that we pulled, was the Ace of Pentacles back there. So you got the Ace of Pentacles freaking twice. The 10 of Cups now. And we got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Then we got the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So you are going to have so many new opportunities coming in, whoever's here in this collective reading. Because this is just so much positivity and new things coming in. You're going to want to learn so much about all these things that are coming in. You're going to want to figure out, like, where's the best places to eat in this city? Where's the best place to go walking out in the streets, or out in like a garden area or in a park. There are going to be so many different things that are available to you. You're going to kind of have a hard time choosing between them, is what I'm getting from all these. As well as enjoying a lot of time with friends. Like, the Seven of Cups is like, really get clear on what it is you want, because there's a lot coming in. So yeah, keep working on that sticky note. If you're working on a sticky note of just drawing little things that you like or would like to see, don't worry about it being perfect either. Like don't worry about it being perfect. You don't need to go crazy about it. It can be as simple as just a pen. You can use a few different colored pens if you have them, but don't go crazy. Just doodle it in a way that you'll recognize it, and then leave it somewhere you can look at it. But yeah, don't worry about the underhandedness as well of other people in the background here, because you will have swift support in whatever fight you end up having to go through. If you do actually have to get into some kind of an argument with someone to get them off of your back, you will have swift support in this. You won't have to wait very long for someone to immediately come to your aid, and it may be a kind of a painful thing that does come through. But at the end of the day, with I believe this would be the Sun in this Illuminated tarot, and I can check that out really quick. But at the end of the day, you will end up finding let me get the Pentacles. You will end up finding a lot of just a whole up level here, basically. A lot of incredible emotions, a lot of incredible experiences, a lot of incredible dreams even. No, this is the Star. Excuse me, it's not the Sun. It's hope and healing. Yeah, you got the Star on top of all of this. So even though you may be anxious about this stuff, even though you may be anxious about the possible pain that would be coming up with the Three of Swords here and the all this negativity, it's if you're worried about someone asking you for money or someone infringing on your boundaries somewhere, just remember that you could say no. And remember that if they don't accept that no, then you will have people backing you up. You will have people in your corner almost immediately. The second you need help, they will be there for you. Yeah, and the Nine of Cups coming out again, and this time it's upright completely. Yeah, you're going to have... There's just so much wish fulfillment about this collective right now. If you're here listening, thank you so much for taking the time to do so. But, like, I hope that you are ready for what is coming in, because you're going to have some really, truly incredible things. I don't know what it is that you wish for, but I can guarantee you that the people in this reading are going to get it. That's what the eclipse is bringing in. It's a shift in our emotional wellness to something that is so much more I want to say pure is the word that's coming through. And maybe some of us have been doing, as I mentioned in a previous collective, that internal alchemization of certain things. So maybe perhaps you're purifying your own emotions, you're working on your shadow when you're actually getting those things through. And this eclipse has brought through like a new sense of clarity. Like, I'm thinking of when colors are very saturated, so it's very easy to tell which color is which color. Like, your emotions are going to become more saturated in such a way where you'll be able to identify them more easily, and you will also be able to... What will we be able to do here? What else will we be able to do? We'll be able to identify them more clearly, and we'll also be able to work with them in a much more hands-on kind of a way, I guess. There's definitely this big pull towards the emotional in this situation, because I feel like everyone here is already ready for a lot of this stuff to be received. Like, if you're here for this and you're writing stuff down, it's probably that most of us, 99.9% of us, are going to be ready to receive whatever it is. It's just about that emotional balance with the King of Cups that came out at the very first part of this reading. That emotional balance, the ability to fill your own cup, the ability to share that cup with others, especially with this Nine of Cups coming out as the last one here. The ability to share that emotional wealth with others is something that's going to be very important moving forward. We have the Owl. Again, I said that you were guided, and flow here as well. Going with the flow. We also had this in another, I believe it was another collective with the snake at the very end of it. And I believe Flo came out in that reading as well. And I did just give these a good shuffle the entire time in the background and before. So, let's see here. Anything else that we would like to pull out? Stand still again. If you were here from the previous collectives, thank you so much for coming back. I very much appreciate it. It's nice to see you again. I love the energies that have been visiting the piles. They're wonderful. And the gatherer as well. What are you ready to harvest in your life? What is it that you ooh, excuse me for the bump there. What is it that you can find in your life around you that you are ready to basically like up level, that you are ready to upgrade? What are you harvesting right now to pack for the winter, basically? Start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you is one of the messages from that card. And that one is right after flow, which I will also read here as well. There is a natural movement of events in the world. You can see it in phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and flow of oceans, and rivers that rise up. Ooh, excuse me. In rivers that rise up from the earth, then flow to the sea. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement towards a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You are being called to effortless movements and the path of least resistance. It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artists who create without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. Don't try to push against the river or swim upstream right now is also a message from the book. And that's really especially nice with the standstill card here. So you're being called to really just write down the stuff that you want, start packing up your manifestations for the rest of the year here into a manageable size, and don't be afraid to add more to them because you're starting with a low-hanging fruit. Remember, like the journey is going to come with a lot of different manifestations, and you are on a journey of manifesting a lot of stuff in your life. If you're in this reading, whether you believe in manifestation or not, either you're doing the work or you are actively manifesting with your thought, with your intention, with your energies being in the right places at the right times. And by places, I mean your emotional state. Your emotional state is something that represents what it will be like to have these things in the future, because you believe so firmly that they are eventually going to come to you, and you have let go of how it is going to happen, to the point where you are now able to just enjoy the flow of this journey, to the point where you are already living in the future in a way, technically. Like, emotionally speaking, you already have all your eggs in that basket, which is sometimes a bad thing to do, but certainly not when it comes to trying to manifest, like, a new job, a better income situation, new relationships, better relationships with the people you are already in relationships with, etc., etc. I said that in a weird way. That's okay. Whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, you will do so effortlessly by allowing yourself to simply feel those feelings ahead of time. Simply feel the feelings ahead of time and rest in the fact that it is already there, and feel grateful for it ahead of time as well is also a wonderful way of manifesting. So with that, I think I would like to go ahead and pull out a few more of these Universe Has Your Back cards. And I just want to take one more moment to commend everybody who's listening to this for their ability to manifest things. If you are working on a little sticky note of the things you'd like to see in your life, I urge you again to don't worry about it being perfect, and I'm very, very proud of you for doing so, because it will definitely bring a lot of these things into your life. As I said, I put a little plant on my sticky note thing, and I got a little plant that looked just like the one that I drew. My partner gave it to me. I even have another one of the plants right here. That was one of the the things that I had drawn, at least as close as it could be. Again, let go of certain things, and use symbols to represent certain things as well. Like, I wanted to be able to afford more takeout, so I put images of some of the stuff that I like at takeout, like a little cheeseburger I put on there. I put on a little cheeseburger, and you can there's so many different ways to put these things into some kind of writing and to be able to manifest it. You can even do a list if you'd really prefer not to draw, but I like the drawing one because, I don't know, it can be just like a little doodles. It's cute. It's up to each of us. I know some of us would probably prefer to write rather than draw. And the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless I am comes out. This card has come out so many times. I think at one point it came out with the hummingbird card out of this mystical shaman pocket oracle. Oop. Excuse me. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. And when I lean towards love, I am led. In fact, we've gotten so many of these cards, and there's some that have never come out. I'm going to give this another good shuffle again and see what else. But some people have gotten these cards before, and they are coming out just to say that again. Like, lean towards that love, focus on the love in your life versus the negative things that may or may not be coming up. Be careful about accepting certain things from other people, and do your I knew I was going to screw that one up. I was already practicing. Do your due diligence in making sure that the people around you are up to snuff, basically. They're up to the standards that you want in your life, because that's something that's worth doing. You could never really, there is no legitimate judgment to people, towards people who actually take the time to figure out if someone who is around them is someone who actually brings joy into their life, that actually makes their life better. That person is just good at managing their social relationships. Joy is the ultimate creator. And let's see here. I think I'm going to take these two as well. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. And when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. With hope as the conduit for miracles on the back of the deck. I was really hoping to get some of the new cards out, because I know I've got some in here that just have not come out yet. But no, I think at this point we might have gotten just about all of them. Maybe. That's okay. But these are some really, really beautiful cards. Truly, truly, truly speaking, the stream of love supporting your dreams, and joy is the ultimate creator coming out right next to that. I had written as a channeled message in a previous reading that love and mercy are infinite wells. Draw from the source, don't buy it secondhand, or something along those lines. And I feel like that's a relevant message for this reading, especially when it comes to what I was speaking about with the people in the background. Like, you can focus much more on all of the other love that is surrounding you, on the love that the universe genuinely has for everything, because it is you and it is everything else. You can focus on that love and focus on however you want to feel a sense of love around you, rather than focusing on all of the negativity that might be there. Again, due diligence is something that might be worth looking into. Doing that extra work to figure out if someone is in alignment with you. But when you are in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. It truly cannot. You can feel an endless outpouring of just being pretty much okay with just about anything that happens. That's how people end up becoming enlightened to a degree as well. When people reach enlightenment, they are aware of the fact that everything is connected, that everything is technically all one. And the all is in the small, and so on and so forth. And they reach a level of contentment with their place in that cycle that literally just can't be turned off anymore. And it's a lofty goal to try to pursue, and I'm not saying that everyone here is looking to reach towards enlightenment, but if you want to reach more of that, definitely put something relating to it on your note or your sketches, your little doodles for this manifestation thing. But I think the most relevant way of going about that with all these cards here, even then, whether you're seeking enlightenment, you're seeking your philosopher's stone, or you're just going about your day and so on and so forth, don't focus so much on the outcome of everything, but focus on the things you'd like to see. And then when you start to just do that and focus on the love that you see in your life, everything just falls into place in the background. I swear, right hand to God, it just does. It just works. It's like, that was easy. It's that freaking easy. And I wanted to share that particular reference because that's also how easy it is to reset when you get into these mindsets of fear like we had previously in here. That's how easy it is to reset. If you just take a moment, stop your thoughts, deep breath out, and then you continue to do that whenever you have a problem. You reset your thoughts towards the more positive thing that you may want to focus on. Like I have my sticky note over in that direction. So I always just redirect and I look at the sticky note. If I ever need to look at the sticky note, if I ever start to feel really out of it. Excuse me. I needed to take a big sip of my soda. I was starting to get a little low blood sugar for a second there. I haven't really eaten anything yet today. I just kind of jumped into this because it was immediately the first thing, like the forefront thing on my mind. So for this pile, from my own little handmade oracle cards, I'll take all of these because they fell in my lap. And there hasn't been a collective that hasn't had cards falling. Nurture yourself is coming out again. This is one of the best ways that you can practice love, is simply to nurture yourself, simply nurturing yourself. Because remember, we have so many beautiful things coming in here. We have this wish fulfillment card, we have hope. And although we have some of these negative things coming in, it's going to be really important to remember how guided you are. Like you have guides around you that are willing to help you in a lot of different ways, whether this be spiritually or physically. And if you need to ask for help, these both fell out. If you need to ask for help, that is okay. But take the time to nurture yourself, because there are going to be cycles and rhythms that you are going through in order to remind you, like, okay, your battery may be low at this point, like I was being reminded today, or in order to alert you to the fact that you're overextending in a certain area. And if you take the time to nurture yourself, you'll notice what needs the most nurturing. And that's where you'll be able to start to notice certain things in your environment or in your life or in the patterns that you go about in your daily life. You'll be able to notice when those things are draining, even with people as well. You'll begin to notice when those things are draining versus healing. Because every storm feeds beauty somewhere. When you start to notice that draining, give yourself, much like the rain. I'm being drawn to like how the rain nourishes the soil and allows things to grow. That's what all these flowers are about. Because we have 3 for like 3 of Swords style raindrops here, and then we have 5 here, which is a number of change. So that was what my focus was on for this particular little positive message oracle card. And we also have the same purple coming in as well with similar flowers. And then finally we have you are loved. So remember, whatever it is that you are going through right now, you are going to manifest some really, truly bomb, cool, incredible, nice, cool. I wish I knew the freaking, what's the word? The slang for like other than cool, because I just said cool like 3 times. You're gonna be doing, I'm trying not to swear, is basically like, I know that sounded a little bit like a lie, but I wish I knew more of the slang for the more recent generations. Feel free to drop some in the comments, because I'm not that old. I'm in my 20s still, but you know, I'm already out of the loop. But you are manifesting some incredible, awesome, and by awesome, I mean awe-inspiring things you are manifesting. Like, you are going to have some stuff that is going to just floor you with how powerful your dumb little sticky note that we thought it was dumb at the beginning turned out to be. You are going to be freaking effing floored. And especially if you take the time to, and then the sun just came out over here and the birds started chirping. We have the eclipse going on like at the moment, but I think the sun is just starting to peek back out again. So this is what's coming in for you. This is what the eclipse is bringing in on the other side of that. And you are so freaking loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. And it's okay to remind yourself of that. Even if you just put hearts on your thing to remind yourself that you want to notice, even manifesting, noticing more of the love in your life. Whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do, there is so much beauty out there. And when you take those moments to figure out what it is you can weed out of your life, you will find that the negativity that was brought in, the fear, the pain, the suffering that you might feel on certain occasions, because we all go through it. I can't promise you everything's going to be peaches and cream. But once you take the time to notice all of the beauty that you feel in your life, and you can this is supposed to say feeds, but I kind of screwed it up. But all the beauty that you can kind of just feel in your life is just how that was coming out. You will want to make space for it, and it will become easier and easier to weed those things out, even if it is painful to do so. So remember that you can ask for help. Remember how loved you are. Remember to nurture yourself. And remember that even when you need to take time for yourself, even when you need to do that nurturing, even when you need to be around other people, those cycles and rhythms are always going to be high, low energy. I pulled out the moon before this reading in the Mystical Shaman Pocket Oracle. And I wonder if it will come back out for us. No, we have Beauty Way. But it's about noticing the cycles and rhythms in your life, and about noting that the moon waxes and wanes. The moon waxes and wanes, and it goes through its own cycles, and knowing that you yourself will have your energies waxing and waning. But Beauty Way is an excellent card for this, number 4. It's calling for us to just notice the little moments of beauty, noticing an occasional rainbow, noticing the way the light flickers, noticing the beauty in our lives, and allowing that to lead us on our next step, allowing every step to be one that is in some way connected to the beauty that we see in our lives, trying to just live that beauty way. Because remember, a way is more than simply a path that we're following. It is something that is within us. It is something that influences us on an emotional level. It's something that we think about regularly. So you are being invited by Dragonfly Spirit here to walk this beauty way. As this eclipse is bringing you in all these manifestations, you're being invited to walk the beauty way. And if you so choose to do so, all you need to do is every single day note down a few things of small beauty in your life. Even if you don't write them down, even if you just note them in the moment. Writing them down can be incredible, because then you can look back on the week and see just nothing but beauty about it. Even if you went through some of the worst scenarios, you would still remember it. And this can be excellent for reprocessing trauma as well, is just noticing those small things of beauty and then going back to it after the period of pain you went through, and just remembering all the tiny things of beauty that had nothing to do with anybody else or anything else. A bird, a beautiful flower, the wind as it rustles past, and it makes the wind chimes play almost a song for you. The way that the sun rises or sets, the sound of the waves, a beautiful old tree that's been growing for probably since before you were born, a river gently winding its way downstream, all of these things, just things that you can note. You are being invited to walk this way. And with that card passing, I think I will leave you there. Your invitation has been delivered. Your manifestations, I will leave this candle burning. Your manifestations will also be delivered, so I will leave this candle burning. Please feel free to write down your manifestations whenever it is you so feel is necessary here. Whenever you do, they will be sent up with this candle as well, because I'm handling all of it with this candle right now. It's even a time travel thing, if you will. Ooh, not truly, but you know, it is what it is, because some of these things end up being timeless in a way. So it's more of a timeless thing. And with that, I will leave you there. Thank you so much for your time, your attention, and thank you so much for 23 subscribers. I appreciate it more than you could possibly know. And I will see you again in the future. Bye-bye for now, and take care.